when it's live. And your opening contest is scheduled for one fall.
What a way to kick things off. World-class Channing Thomas. Here we go.
What is this? Is the card booked upside down? You have the main event in the opening match?
The top attraction of the territory. Can you believe he's not here by himself?
Well, of course he isn't here by himself. He's here with the greatest manager in professional wrestling, the Sidney Bacabella. But why are they in the first match?
It's hard to say, but how about Channing Thomas? Almost had Teddy Goods gone from New Bedford, but Sidney Bacabella had to interfere his way in, and now Channing Thomas said it. He's not going to get no ankles broken. He's got a big challenge ahead of himself.
Well, absolutely. And Marbury's been on fire, but Marbury just ran into zone defense because there's no way he can get by Channing Thomas, who again I refer to as the top of the food chain. And Channing can't be happy about his placement on the card tonight, and I think that makes bad news for Marbury.
That might have fired up Sidney Bacabella maybe a little bit too. I'm curious, is he going to ask for the mic?
One can hope. Benny's not here though, right?
I don't think so. Of course, you're here to be backed up.
Maybe it's a beach ball instead of a basketball.
Maybe. Sidney Bacabella doesn't look like he's one to mess around. But he said online he's going to slam dunk Channing Thomas tonight.
Ooh.
Oh, here we go. Time to get in the mood. All the way from Rucker Park, New Jersey, the #1 point guard of professional wrestling, Jermaine Marbury. Oh, Benny the basketball's here!
No. Oh, no.
Jermaine Marbury, what a hot streak he's had in LPW. Defeated Ricky Smokes, Stephen Luss, DJ Powers, Ricky Smokes again. But this could be, and I think it is, his biggest challenge to date.
You think it could be. It's 100% the biggest challenge. It's the biggest challenge anybody that wrestles Channing Thomas. It's their biggest challenge. Again, Channing's top of the food chain, and this Marbury's in for a real lesson here.
Oh, you know the signature, grabbing the powder, getting ready for that pregame, fired up by his best friend, Benny the basketball. Oh, you must love this. Are you good?
I got some powder.
We have an absolute stacked show, and what a way to kick things off. I'm more fired up than ever.
Yeah, this is, you know what I'm fired up is maybe Sidney can pop Benny, and we can get rid of Benny once and for all. He better not mess around because Sidney will knock him out.
Introducing first to my right, allow me to introduce the legendary manager, former WWF Hall of Famer, Sidney Bacabella.
Wow, that's so disrespectful.
Not a good reaction for Bacabella.
No.
I wonder why.
He represents current.
Oh, he didn't feel Rich was up to the task.
Are you surprised?
No.
Listen to me, Mel Phillips. You are not good enough to be the ring announcer for this man. Do you know who this man is? You're welcome. Because this is the most inclusive professional wrestler in the history of wrestling. Think about it for a second. Whether you're black or white, whether you're rich or poor like these people, whether you are fat or skinny, whether you're gay and straight, you can all agree world-class Channing Thomas is the greatest professional wrestler you have seen in your lives.
Absolutely.
Bold take by Sidney Bacabella.
And he included you in one of those demographics,
And
Chris.
now that horrible music is stopped playing, allow me to do the introduction. On loan from the Dallas Wrestling Office, he stands 6'1" tall, weighing 232 pounds. He is the epitome of masculinity, the pimp of the pile driver, the ambassador of Kick Your Asseter. He is the dashing debonair, the king of Sting, the Count of Monte Fisto. He's every woman's pet and every man's threat. He is simply the best. He is the top attraction in the territory. He is world class. Channing Thomas.
What an amazing introduction.
At this point, why even hire Rich Palladino when we have Sidney Bacabella here to do it?
World class. Channing Thomas.
Just in case you didn't hear him the first time, Coach. Pay attention.
Do we need a third?
Pay attention.
World class. Channing Thomas.
He's waiting for the proper reaction. But these idiots are not going to give it to him.
3 strikes, you're out. Is that how it works?
World class.
Maybe not.
Channing Thomas. And his opponent to my left, accompanied to ringside by Benny the Basketball.
Oh, your favorite on
Yeah,
this
my
roster.
favorite. Creeps me out, man.
Hailing from Rucker Park, New York, weighing in at 203 pounds, at guard, number 3, Jermaine Marbury.
What a reaction for the #1 point guard in professional wrestling. I'm pumped to see this. You're pumped to see Benny the Basketball. What a way to start things off.
Yeah, whoa, this is a great match. I don't understand how Channing's in an opening match. But big step up in competition for Marbury.
He has faced some of the best in LPW, but you mentioned it. This will be his biggest challenge to date right now. But do you think Channing Thomas will find a way to get crossed up tonight?
No, absolutely not. He's far too great an athlete.
Now, if you were to pick somebody to be in your corner, is it Sidney Bacabella or is it Benny the Basketball?
Are you seriously asking me that
I
question?
would love to know your answer.
I don't even want to be in the same state as Benny the Basketball, never mind that close. And Sidney's my favorite human on the roster. So that's an easy choice.
Huge collar and elbow tie-up. Jermaine Marbury taking the charge on that one.
He had a handful of hair.
World class telling him it's time to do it one more time.
He's got to warm up. Give him a minute.
Do you think Jermaine Marbury hits the layup lines? How do you think his pregame routine goes?
I'm sure he does. He's dribbling Benny all around the locker room, I heard.
Scott Robinson backing up Channing Thomas. Got to give credit. Scott Robinson, the only referee tonight.
Yeah, good. That's not saying much.
Keeping him off the hair. Jermaine Marbury, classic right there. All about respect. But Channing Thomas get a pep talk from his head coach, Sidney Bacabella.
Well, maybe he wants to see what Sidney is seeing, an extra pair of eyes on Marbury. I mean, Marbury's a young, up-and-coming, hot star, but, you know, I don't think Channing has got a whole lot of watching of matches because he's so young. Sometimes that works against you when you're established and there's a guy that you really don't have a lot of tape to scout.
Jermaine Marbury now up and over. Channing Thomas taking him down right there. Jermaine Marbury, it feels like we're playing NBA Jam. He's on fire right
He's
now.
so quick and sudden. Caught Channing off guard there.
Channing Thomas keeping Jermaine Marbury a little distant. Smart tactic. But world-class Channing Thomas, former heavyweight champion here in live pro wrestling. So he's had a few matches. He knows what to get his mind around. But he said it. He is not getting his ankles to be broken. And we've seen it with Smokes. We've seen it with DJ. That's something you can't do.
Absolutely.
Huge chops.
These two decide to tear each other's chests up here on the beach.
Huge splash in the corner. Jermaine Marbury now. One more time. Here we go.
Now the referee, let's see if he actually gives a legitimate count here or just lets him punch Channing in the face for 10 minutes. There you go, Channing. Good job.
For the roll-up, Jermaine Marbury, only a 2 count says Scott Robinson, but Channing Thomas now, big Irish whip, huge reversal. Jermaine Marbury now, up and over.
No.
You mentioned it, Jermaine Marbury is quick. He's got to stop it. How about this with Sidney Bacabella? Come on now.
Well, Marbury's shoe was untied.
Oh, that's the excuse.
Sidney's always out for safety of the wrestlers.
And just like that, Channing Thomas is in the driver's seat. Bacabella, it seems like whenever Channing Thomas is doing good, he's not doing it alone.
Well, he shouldn't be doing it alone. He has a manager. He pays him. He's not supposed to be alone.
I would not mess with Benny the basketball. Channing Thomas getting in his face, letting everybody know how he really does feel.
Well, how we all feel about Benny the basketball.
Channing Thomas getting Jermaine right by the hair, throwing him into the corner right now. Apologizing, saying he's sorry.
I'm pretty sure Channing can dunk. Channing can dunk.
He could. I definitely believe that. Seeing the things he does in the ring, how about he does a 360 elbow drop? There's no doubt in my mind he could dunk.
Absolutely. You think Sidney can dunk?
I think absolutely. You think so?
Maybe with a trampoline.
I think Sidney's probably hit him from the three-point line. That's his probably strategy.
Oh, you think Sidney looks like a shooter?
Oh, absolutely.
Really? How'd you get the nickname Coach? If you think Sidney looks like a shooter.
I've watched a lot of film for Jermaine Marbury, so
okay.
I've learned a few things.
Sidney on a basketball court, I bet.
Oh, yeah. Here we go right now. Channing Thomas, Jermaine Marbury. Big strike from Jermaine. Firing up, but you can see he's getting a little bit tired. Will he let it get to him?
This is a tough match as far as cardio goes, because I know Channing could go for hours, and I think Marbury's in great physical condition. So.
Only a 2 count from Scott Robinson. How about the defense?
Here we go with the defense. Again, that's a weapon. It's good shot points on that thing. He should. The creepy basketball should be allowed to have that.
Channing Thomas right now picking up Jermaine Marbury, going for a suplex.
Oh, powered him over. Do you see that, Coach?
Look at this strength. That's one thing you can't deny.
Oh.
Amazing tip up from Channing Thomas.
Look at these fans. They don't appreciate what they're looking at.
Oh, Sidney Bacabella calling the shot of his own, saying it's all over.
Is it pile driver time?
It could be. There will be no overtime for Jermaine Marbury. Channing Thomas immediately laying into him.
Forearm.
Jermaine Marbury trying to fight back against World Class. Big strike right there. Big forearm from Channing, but Jermaine fighting back.
Jermaine showing some fight to him here. There's no quit when Channing was leaning on him, which is impressive.
Big Irish whip from World Class. Huge boot from Jermaine Marbury, the #1 point guard. Here we go. Jermaine Marbury getting the momentum that he needs right now. Big hit in the rope. Oh, crossing him up.
Oh, no.
Euro step neck breaker.
He traveled. That's a travel.
Oh, no. He broke those ankles. The Euro step neck breaker. Exactly what he needed to do now. Picking him up.
Oh, no.
The Phoenix sunset flip. Big kick out from Channing Thomas. You know, we mentioned it, Jermaine Marbury, absolute genius. He wears the #3 because you need a 3 count in professional wrestling. But now Jermaine going to the top, setting up for his signature now, Kobe crossbody.
Watch out. Watch out, Channing.
Up he goes. This could do it right here.
So much height. What? What? Wow.
Here is your winner, Jermaine Marbury.
What a win for Jermaine. What a way to kick things off. We said it. It's Jermaine's biggest test, and he did it tonight.
What an upset.
Oh, hold on a minute. Channing Thomas heads to the back. Sidney Bacabella by himself.
Oh, Sidney's not happy.
No.
He's going to give the kid a piece of his mind.
Oh, Jermaine Marbury now.
Chuck Benny in the ocean, Sidney.
What is Sidney Bacabella gonna do? Getting in the face right now. Swinging a miss.
Oh, no!
Jermaine Marbury. Benny the basketball. You're telling me that was a wig the whole time?
There's no way.
Picking him up. Jermaine Marbury putting him down.
Oh, Sidney.
What a win for Jermaine Marbury and his best friend, Benny the basketball. And Sidney Bacabella back to the drawing board for World Class.
What a win for Marbury. I'm in shock over here, Coach.
And can you believe this was our opening contest? Considering what else we have in this card, this show is only gonna get better. But you know what Rich Palladino says, it's better when it's live.